James, are you reversing right now? Because I don't know what they do in the US, but traditionally we go forwards. I'm Joel Campbell. I am the CEO of a company called Cove Group. We own and operate decommissioned prisons as tourist attractions.
Thank you for joining me on this drive. Tell me a bit about you. Who are you? What's your business?
I thought you were just going to take me on a scenic journey of London.
It ain't no free ride.
At the moment, we focus a lot on tourism and hospitality and travel in tourism as such.
How many people are you working with these days?
We currently have just under 70 employees and we operate 5 different companies at the moment. We're based in Shrewsbury. We've got an office within the sites because the prisons are so big, and we've obviously got another location down in Somerset as well.
Why dark tourism?
My wife used to work in a prison as a psychologist, and I was just fascinated by it. One of the prison officers took us around and explained about how prisons work and what goes on behind the bars and behind the walls. It was purely by accident. I didn't even really know of the dark tourism, which was the same as I discovered about the paranormal side. I didn't really know anything about paranormal investigations or ghosts. We discovered very, very quickly that we have the 2 most haunted prisons in the world.
What were the biggest challenges that you had?
The first thing is the health and safety of it. When we first took over the jails, we had to clear all the cells out of every contraband that was still there. We still found rocks in socks and razor blades. Employing staff was another one, like learning how to employ good people, but then how to train good people, because I knew how to do it. How do you employ other people? So that was a real learning curve and a real challenge.
What would be your top piece of advice for somebody that's starting their own business, especially in today's climate?
I think it's really important that you have a clear focus on what you're trying to achieve, the reason behind. The second one is marketing. Without marketing, it doesn't matter how great your product is. If people don't know about it, it's not going to go anywhere.
How did you end up hearing about Pipedrive?
That, funny enough, was from that exact journey with other employees. So a sales manager was saying to me, we need a really good CRM tool. We've got Pipedrive and this is what it will cover.
What features in Pipedrive kind of stand out to you the most?
The seamlessness of the journey is absolutely great. It's saved us so much time and made our business so efficient. We used to use Excel spreadsheets and it could take us 3 or 4 days to get back to a potential customer, and now it takes 2 hours, and Pipedrive is their bread and butter.
What have been some of the things that just like really helped you along your way, especially like when the going got tough?
I've got a £10 million check. It's right here.
Here, right now,
Yeah,
in our magic box.
I'll get it out. I wrote this way back when. This was written back in 2011 when I started my first company. One of those goals was to be a millionaire, and I kept it with me for years. That was something that really helped drive me forwards for my years.
Kind of like a vision board almost.
Yeah.
What else have you got in that magic box there?
One year my wife decided to make me a tiny little violin. It's really to represent that when things get tough and I'm having a bit of a moan or a whinge, and I don't like this or I don't like that, is to recognise that actually in life I have it pretty good.
What else have you got in there?
I've got this, which is my telescope. It's about looking and seeing where you're going and what you want to achieve and stuff like that.
I think you've got something else in there.
I have. Yeah, so I have got a pair of boxing gloves. I'm an 80s kid for sure, so I grew up on films with Stallone. It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forwards, which is such a metaphor for life.
Where do you want to go next? Where to?
I think you can take me for lunch.
Have a nice cheeky pint?
Have a cheeky pint. I mean, Cove Group, I've always had a vision for it to be a multinational billion-pound business effectively, just to keep growing. What I really want is people to look at it and go, I want to be part of the Cove Group brand. I want us to deliver great products and great services and look after our employees and make a difference in the world. Ejecting passenger in 5, 4, 3, 2.